There's a question every man will hear sooner or later, and it usually comes at the exact moment he least expects it. She leans in, her eyes searching your face, and she drops the line that makes most men lose all control in seconds. What are we? Or, where is this going? Most men freeze. They panic. They feel pressure building in their chest, and before they can think, they start spilling out emotional answers they don't even mean, just to keep her calm. And right there they lose the frame. Not because the answer was wrong, but because the mindset behind it was weak. Stoic masculinity has nothing to do with being cold or dominant. It's about not abandoning yourself under emotional pressure. It's about staying centered when she's trying to pull you into uncertainty. A man who knows himself doesn't scramble for approval. He doesn't throw out labels to avoid tension. He doesn't rush to make her feel secure at the cost of his own integrity. He breathes. He thinks. He responds from clarity and not fear. The strongest move is always calmness. So when she asks, "What are we?" you don't jump into explanations. You don't force promises. You don't give her the answer you think she wants. You hold your ground and say, "We're getting to know each other. I'm not in a rush to label anything." That's not running away. That's leadership. Because you're setting the pace, not reacting to pressure. Or you reframe the whole thing. We become whatever we build. Labels follow actions, not the other way around. Now she's not chasing words. She's showing you effort. Or you flip the question back to her calmly and confidently. What do you think we are? And suddenly she's the one opening up, clarifying, proving, revealing. That's the difference between a man who leads and a man who follows emotion blindly. Here's the part men never understand. A woman doesn't test you with questions. She tests you with pressure. She wants to see if you stay grounded when things get uncomfortable. Most men collapse. A stoic man doesn't. He doesn't react. He doesn't defend. He doesn't drown her with explanations. He lets silence breathe. He lets the moment settle. He lets his presence speak louder than any words he could use. Because silence isn't emptiness if you use it correctly. Silence shows emotional stability. Silence shows control. Silence shows confidence that doesn't need to beg. Women don't fall for the man who answers instantly. They fall for the man who can't be cornered. The man who doesn't rush. The man who doesn't need validation to feel secure. Desire dies the moment you start chasing certainty. Respect dies the moment you bend to avoid tension. Attraction dies the moment you need her approval. The man who remains calm wins. The man who stays centered leads. The man who doesn't negotiate his value becomes unforgettable. Never shrink to fit her comfort. Never break your frame to please her emotions. Never sell yourself for reassurance. Hold your ground. Own your pace. Speak with intention, not desperation. Stay focused. Stay solid. Stay stoic.